All right, so I've been noticing something interesting over the past, I want to say, couple of months, and that is the down tier of all of the late Panzer IVs. So, what I mean by late Panzer IVs, anyone with the long 75, for those who don't know, i.e., the F2, G, and the H. We don't count the J. I believe how things used to be. The F2 and the G used to be 3.7, and the H was 4.0. It also used to be in tier 3. The F2 got down tiered to 3.3, and the G was at 3.7. Now, the thing is with the F2 and the G, there's not that much difference. I think the only difference is the G gets smoke launchers and a little bit extra armor. Yeah, so you get around 30 mils extra on top of the 50, along with some add-on track armor. So I believe right here it brings it to around 100 millimeters, which isn't too bad. I mean, you can bounce Sherman shells at decent ranges with that. However, I mean, that's the only difference. Everything else is the exact same. So what I think happened is that since the F2 got down tiered, there really wasn't that much separating it from the G in terms of actual gameplay. So the G got brought down with the F2, and that kind of brought everything else down. So it brought the H down as well. However, the thing with the H is that it actually gets like some pretty decent track armor packages, i.e., this brings most of the front hull up to 100 millimeters, so 80, 90, 100. That's like about the same as the Tiger 1, which, to be fair, you can't really angle the Panzer IV like at all because the sides normalize. And with the turret's still only 50 mils with the 20 track, so 70 millimeters. I mean, you could technically classify that, like, with the whole army, you could classify it as a heavy tank. At 4.0, this wasn't that big of an issue. I think the H was in a pretty reasonable position. I mean, it wasn't the greatest tank. It was pretty much just a good backup tank, and that was pretty much it. At 3.7, this thing's going against, like, early Shermans. And I don't know how to feel about that, considering this gun can rip through about anything in that tier. And this armor is a lot better than you might think, considering it covers most of the frontal hull. Again, one of the best track armor packages, I think, this tier. So this thing might be a little more powerful than it should be. Although, I mean, this is Germany, and the Tiger 1's at 5.3 still. So this might be an extension of that problem. But considering all these other down tiers, I want to place some bets. So the Panther D and Tiger H1 are going to be 5.0 by the end of the year. That's my... If trends continue, that's gonna be my bet. So let's go into some games and let's see how bad or how good the situation is.